fantastic video. Welcome back to another fantastic recipe. So today we're making my favorite dish to make. This is my favorite dish to make of all dishes. Today we're making beef and bean chili. You can make beef chili without the beans, or you can make it with the beans. Either way, whatever your preference is, you can put the beans aside, it's okay. But today we're making beef and bean chili. So for this recipe, you will need a pound of chopped sirloin or chopped whatever you can find. Today we're using a short rib, and I remove the bones, the meat from the bones. So I remove the meat from the bones, but I'm keeping the bones. We're using 80-20 ground beef. Reason for using 80-20, you need that fat. And you can drain the excess fat once you're done with it, once the meat is cooked. But we're using 80-20. I like to have that extra fat in there. I'm using some sweet sausage. So sweet Italian sausage, I like to put a little pork in there. It just gives that awesome flavor. Chopped tomatoes, beef stock, 2 cups, large green pepper, large onion, 2 stalks of celery, 3 cloves of garlic, some green onions, some jalapeños. I'm using the Crazy Chef green seasoning for the heat. If it's not hot enough, I'll add some more heat, but that's what I'm using for the heat. 2 tablespoons black pepper, 3 tablespoons garlic powder. Not using salt since we're using beef base. I'm using Larwys seasoning salt, so we're not using regular salt. At the end, if it needs more salt, we'll add it, but I don't think it will. 4 tablespoons of chili powder. This is just regular chili powder. If you want to use hot chili powder, Mexican chili powder, it's up to you. And tablespoon oil. I'm using the Instapot. So I'm gonna make it in the Instapot. Never used an Instapot before, so this is my first time. Bear with me. So we put our oil in. I think it's hot. First thing we're gonna put is our sausage. We put our sausage in. And we're gonna try to break the sausage up. And the more it cooks, it will break better. Alright, so now we're gonna add our ground beef. So we add our ground beef. So what I did with my Instapot is I put it on saute first, so I can do the first part of my chili. So I add my ground beef in. Give that a mix. Then I'm gonna add my short rib. Put my short rib in. And we're gonna let that cook for a little while. Our ground beef, our meat, our pork is all nice and coming together. What we're gonna do is first we're gonna add Larwys seasoning, add in onion powder or granulated onion, black pepper, let it mix. Snow. Then we're gonna add our Crazy Chef green seasoning, and I'm gonna put a link in the description right here for the Crazy Chef green seasoning. Let it mix. Chili powder, add that in. Now it starts to smell like we're making chili. Get that vibe. Give that a mix. So now we're gonna add our condiments. So 3 cloves, garlic, half of a large jalapeno, some green onions, a stalk of celery, throw that in there, 1 stalk celery, large green pepper, large onion, mix. Then we let that cook for a while before we add our stock. So now it's okay to give it a taste. Oh, it's perfect. Let that cook up a little bit. Then we'll add our stock and our chopped tomatoes. So now we're gonna add a cup of chicken stock. Mix. A can of chopped tomatoes. Let it mix. We're gonna let that boil. So now we're gonna put the cover on our Instapot, and we're gonna change from saute. So we're gonna cancel saute, and we're gonna hit bean chili. So now we've changed the settings on our Instapot. Now we have our chili. So most people use tomato, they use chopped tomato, they use ground tomato, and they use tomato paste. See, what I do is, which is my own So what I do is, which is my own little secret, is I take the juice out, some of it. You don't really need it. Once your meat is cooked, you try to skim it off a little bit. And you try to get most of that fat out of there, like right now. And I put plain marinara sauce, not pureed tomatoes, no tomato paste, just plain old marinara sauce. So all this is tomatoes, garlic, and whatever seasoning they put in there. So you dump that in. Give it a mix. See, now your chili is thick. Then you put your, I like to use red beans and white beans. So I put my beans in. Give it a mix. You see how beautiful that looks? Then I put my white beans in. Mix it up a little bit. And then you just cover it again in the Instapot on the chili settings, because we still have our 30 minutes. And what's gonna happen is some of the beans gonna get broken up, so some of the beans gonna stay whole, but then your chili is gonna get that. And this is our fantastic, like, you wouldn't believe how good this smells right now. This is our fantastic chili. And I'll show you something. Remember we put the bones in? So look at that. All that meat just separated from the bone. So all that bone marrow goes in your sauce, but that meat, see? That meat just comes right off the bone like that. That's perfect chili. It's perfect chili right here. So we're gonna get ready for a taste test, and then you'll know, like, I'm gonna taste it, I'm gonna make a little presentation, and we're gonna just make a little taste test, and then you'll know how good this chili is. So this is fantastic chili. Like, you wouldn't even believe how good this chili is. So in this chilly weather, nothing beats a good bowl of chili. And we'll garnish it with some chopped tomato, some red onion, pieces of green onion, a couple pieces of jalapeno, and some cheese. Now we're gonna taste test our chili. So now we're gonna get ready to taste test our chili. Good stuff. Fantastic chili. So, and this recipe feeds like 6 to 8, depend on the size. This is fantastic chili. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. More vibe coming soon. Thanks for tuning into the vibe, and do me a favor, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Crazy Chef is a vibe.